right, and we are back with Shawn Showtime Porter. What's good, Shawn?
Man, how you gonna say my name wrong?
Shawn Showtime Shawn Porter.
There you go, Showtime Shawn Porter.
My bad.
Yeah,
you're the one calling in late.
Yeah, I was like, wait, is this Pacific time or Eastern Standard Time? Oh, really? Okay. Let's start over. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good morning. We got Showtime Shawn Porter on the line. So listen, thank you so much for the tremendous fight last night.
Oh man, I don't know. I did what I thought I was supposed to do to get the win. We came up short, but at any rate, I just feel blessed to come out of the ring safely. Blessed to have my dad in the corner with me, and just blessed to have that opportunity to be on CBS primetime.
Shawn, it was a great fight. As you stood there at the conclusion of the fight, waiting for the scorecard to be read, what was going through your mind?
You know what? Right before they started reading it, I think everybody knows.
See how Shawn do it? That's why we're going to call him Shawn Showtime Porter.
Shawn's breaking up. Shawn, you're breaking up.
I had you on speakerphone. Is that better?
Yes.
There we go.
I got you on speakerphone now, so I'm sorry. Well, yeah,
okay.
As soon as they started to read the cards, I turned around and I screamed, I want it, and I just really wanted that moment. I wanted to have that WBA title wrapped around me, and I wanted to be Keith, But it's like my dad says, he was proud of what I had done. He was proud of the work that I had put in, and he could see that I was focused, in tune with him, and in tune with the fight. So it seems like sometimes, whose hands gets raised. Sometimes it doesn't matter as much. It's kind of wild hearing me say that, but it's kind of how I feel right now. I feel like even though my hand didn't get raised, I didn't lose. The way that the judges judged that I lost.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, being proud, just look at how the Barclays Center reacted when the announcement was read. We could hear it on the TV that the crowd started to boo when Thurman's hand was raised at the conclusion of the fight. How has this outpouring of love from the audience there and just on social media affected you since the fight ended?
Well, it took me a minute to hear the boos because obviously I was in my own emotion, and I looked to my dad, and he got me right and took me over there to the camera and said, stay composed, stay poised, and do your thing. And he knows that I'm always going to speak. I'm going to speak and sound good and do what I'm supposed to do and always show my professionalism. After Jim Gray said, listen to the boos, I was able to really see that, the crowd they enjoyed the fight. They liked what they saw from me, and they thought that I won. And, that's the crazy part is I was telling my dad, I don't accept losing. I don't accept defeat. I never have. And I hate it. I said, but at the same time, the way that, Twitter is blowing off and blowing up and the way that, the rest of social media and boxing writers are blowing up on this fight, I don't really feel like a loser, and he says, you're not a loser, you didn't lose the fight, so the outpouring of love has been well received for me. I've seen it, and I just appreciate it. I really do.
Well, there definitely wasn't any loser in that fight, and sometimes the way you lose and the way that you swallow that, it means a lot more to the fans because they could relate to that. We all fall and we all get back up, and it's how we get through things like that. So what I wanted to ask you is, did Keith do anything during the fight that surprised you, like anything that you were, kind of taken back by and a little impressed by, like, ooh, I wasn't expecting that from him?
You know what? The one thing that, we knew he was going to do, we knew he was going to throw off-balance shots, punches that, can be hard to see, punches that are wild and unpredictable. We knew all that. We knew all that going in. I was able to defend. in my mind, I was able to defend a majority of it. You know, he did catch me flush a few times, but there really were no surprises. He he actually, I'll have to look to make sure, but I'm pretty sure he turned his back on me about twice, and so that was a surprise. But, you know, I think he was doing what he felt he had to do to win the fight. But I would say overall, no, he did everything we expected him to do, and I'm pretty sure we were able to, you know, I was able to do everything that I wanted to do in the ring. You know, even the jab, my dad showed me the box numbers on the jab, and I thought that I could have worked my jab more better. And you know, the numbers showed that I landed more jabs than him. I threw more jabs than him. You know, so that was the big focal point going into the fight, was being able to utilize my jab. And you know, top to bottom, I think we were able to do everything we trained for in the gym.
Put yourself in the judge's seat, okay? What could Shawn Porter have done differently to clearly beat Keith Thurman? If you were the judge.
I'm working on my rest and recovery right now.
Uh-oh, he's breaking up again.
I did sauna,
Shawn?
jacuzzi. I did sauna.
Oh, we lost him. That was funny, though.
Shawn.
That sounded like a great joke. He said something, rest and recovery jacuzzi. Could you imagine if somebody tuned in at that moment and went, what are they talking about on the show? I thought this was the Shawn. So we will wait for him to dial back in.
Oh, man. He's probably
here
done
he
with
is.
us. There he is.
I know. He's back.
Stop playing
All right,
over there.
Shawn,
What button y'all pressing? Y'all pressing buttons over there.
My alpaca hit the phone and it hung up on you.
The alpaca rug.
So to answer your question, I'm doing all this. I'm playing the fight in my head, and I'm just thinking, you know, what did I do wrong? What could I have done more of? And this might sound funny to y'all, but I thought the only thing I could have done more was box more, throw more punches from the outside. I think there may have been just a few times in the fight where I may have stepped back and slowed down and waited to see what he would do instead of being, you know, the constant dictator that I try to be in the fight. That's really, right now, without watching the fight, that's the only correction that I've been able to see myself making in my mind. But, heck of a fight for both of us.
Shawn, being outside of the ring for a lengthy period before heading to this fight and then the delay with Thurman's car accident, did you feel that ring rust was a factor for you at any time during the course of the round?
Tell you what, when that bell rung, I was ready to go, and we both were. And after every round, in between every round, going back into the next round, you know, he had his bounce. He was ready, and I was ready. I mean, honestly, people said this was a 50-50 fight. The more and more we approached the fight, we began to feel like it was less than a 50-50 fight. You know, I've been hearing that I won the fight 9-3. I've been hearing that I won the fight 8-4. Few people thought that I got a draw. Not many people thought that I lost the fight. I didn't think that I lost the fight, but you know, looking at him across the ring before each round, he was ready to go. And you guys know that I was ready to go. And I think we both gave it all we had in the ring. And, you know, it's to do this interview right now, I can't be mad or upset at the judges or anything. I have to accept the fact that I did not get my hand raised.
That's right. Well, now that the fight is over, it's time for a well-deserved vacation. You've been training hard for a number of months. What do you have planned for yourself? Are you going to jump out any planes? Are we getting new alpaca rugs? Are you sending a morning punch-in show new alpaca rugs? What's going on in the aftermath of this fight?
I would say my biggest venture right now is going back home for the 4th of July parade. I've been able to do that the last few years. We have fun with that. Everyone back home accepts me walking in the prairie, and they love it. I love it. Outside of that, I want to see my mom. She's in Atlanta. She just turned 50, actually. And
All right, Mom.
well, I don't know if I'm going to go down and see her or have her come to me to Vegas. She's never been to Vegas. Those are really the two top things on my list. Most of my family and friends came to the fight, so got seeing them out of the way. But I don't know if y'all know, but I'm not really. Here's the thing: number one, I'm not touristy, and number two, I'm cheap. So with that being said, I don't know about a island trip or cruise or something like that. I honestly I try to spend my time wisely. So along with the rest and recovery, I want to make sure that my weight doesn't get out of hand, that I stay in shape, and that I stay focused on whatever's next. So it's just kind of how I operate. It's how we do it. That's why we call it the Team Porter way. So you guys are talking vacation, and I'm thinking, how can I have a vacation and still be ready to go? So
we're talking vacation, and you're already at the gym this morning doing recovery.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I got in last night. I think our plane landed at 8:30. I got home about 9:15 and rushed over to our new gym in Las Vegas, the Porter High Performance Center, located on Sahara in Paradise.
Congratulations. Wait, give it to us one more time, Shawn.
Yeah,
say that again. It's the Porter High Performance Center, located on Paradise and Sahara. It's on the corner. Can't miss it. There's a picture of me hitting AB and a picture of me hitting Paulie. And a picture of me with my hands raised. It's you can't miss it. It's a fabulous facility. Come over and enjoy it if you can.
That's what's up. Since you're doing recovery and you don't want to gain too much weight, you want to do a Spartan race with me? You want to do a Spartan race?
What's that? No,
it's an obstacle course race.
Nah. When is it? When is it?
There's one coming up in September here in LA in Temecula. Let's do the Spartan.
I could be ready for
Porter High Performance. I'll wear a Porter High Performance shirt and everything.
All right, cool. Let's try to set that up. I could be ready for that. That ain't no thing. I thought you was talking about next week or something.
I think the Porter High Performance Center should sponsor the morning show.
Yeah.
We should do what?
We'll wear all your stuff.
That's right.
We need some gear. We need some gear. All right, Shawn Porter, listen. Your heart, your tenacity, your glory, they are undeniable. We enjoyed the fight. Thank you for sacrificing for the fans. I feel that you truly are one of the good guys in boxing. It's one of the reasons why I love boxing. You're consistently humble, and we have so much respect and love for you. You are always welcomed here on the Morning Punch-In Show. You got friends over here. Keep doing your thing, and keep us posted on what's next for you. Have fun in Ohio at the parade, and enjoy your time with your mom. You deserve it.
You guys, hey, thank you so much to me. I appreciate you doing this interview with me this morning. I think this is only my second interview since the fight, so it's a nice way to kind of vent and share the thoughts that's going in my mind. So thank you guys for the interview.
We're honored. Thank you a lot. Our pleasure. Have a good day.
You too.